Starbane's Avenue.
Dave, it's great to be back on the show. I'm getting pretty excited. This episode,
That's right, man.
The other episodes, is probably going to be one of our first episodes on Starburns.
Nice. Get pumped up for that.
Moved. Are you pumped up about it, Dave?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's big news.
Yeah,
big
Dave,
news
you sound
in
like
a
you're really
slow
excited
news
about it.
week.
If you wouldn't mind, Dave, can you tell people out there where they can find us?
You know what, Victor? I don't mind. And hey, people, if you want to find us, check out unseemlyquestions.com and Six Unseemly on all social media.
Great job.
No.
Great job, Dave.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
On all social media. I think we should get started with the show.
Six Unseemly Questions!
Welcome to Six Unseemly Questions. I'm your host, Victor Varnado. This is
And
my
I'm your
sidekick,
co-host,
Dave Rosinsky. We're going to have a wonderful show. We've got a great contestant on the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Noah Gardenswartz.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Welcome to the show. Also, we have a wonderful studio audience. We have Pam West and, of course, Tim Dillon. Thank you so much for being our studio audience. So you can just turn your cameras on and pop on in. Thank you so much. Now, Noah, I'm going to tell you how the show works, and we're going to get started. I'm going to ask you 6 unseemly questions. At the end of each question, I will ring a bell if I like your answer, like this. However, if I do not like your answer, I will not ring the bell, and I'll tell you why. Regardless of how many bells you get, at the end of the show, I will give you $5 if I decide it's worth giving you $5 for being on the show. Are you ready, Noah?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, time for question number 1. How did kids use your name to tease you?
Gardenswartz was very teasable. I became Garbage Farts.
Wait, garbage farts?
Yeah, that was the word. That was one of the ones.
That's a good name, Garbage Farts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not when you're 9.
Oh, but it hurt your feelings when you were 9.
Yeah, before I developed this steel skin that comedians are supposed to have. Yeah.
Did you ever actually fart in the garbage? Was there any truth to the name, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. I'm never not farting.
But in the garbage?
No, not particularly in the garbage. No.
You know what? I'm going to give you a bell. We'll give you a bell for that question, and I'll tell you why. It's because garbage farts made me laugh. So, I'm going to go with my gut there.
He just likes hearing the word farts, and then he rings the bell every time. So you got lucky on that one.
Yeah, it's pretty foolproof.
Although I don't know enough about stereotypes to know why an Ashkenazi Jew would always be farting.
Intestinal problems.
Oh, really? That's the thing?
Yeah.
My stomach hurts. Like that, right?
For Jews in general, or Ashkenazi Jews specifically?
The Ashkenazi Jews are the weak link of the global Jewish community. We're the Eastern Europeans with Tay-Sachs and Crohn's and colitis and all that.
All right. Well, I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm going to learn a new stereotype. I'm going to rush out and use it. Okay, Noah. Now it's time for question number 2. But before we get to question number 2, can you tell people out there what you do?
I'm a stand-up comedian and a writer.
Stand-up comedian and a writer, so like the whole package.
Yeah, I mean, minus acting, not a triple threat. I don't know if you can tell I'm not exactly dynamic on screen, but yeah, comedy and writing I can do.
What about animation? Can you do animation?
I can draw stick figures, not too bad.
All right, submit that to Victor.
You wrote for The Marvelous Miss Maisel, which is one of my wife's favorite shows. She loves it so much. She tries to make me watch it.
I get that a lot. It's usually a compliment of someone else likes it. Very rarely do we get the directly, I love the show. It's always like my wife, my mother, my sister, they love it. But
well,
yeah.
I got to be honest, as a black dude, I often get tired of shows set in the past with white people talking crazy. I get tired of them really fast.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's just one of those things. All right. It's time for question number 2. Question number 2. As a professional writer with poor comedian friends, what's the worst favor you've been asked?
Oh, man. The worst favor I've been asked is to get them a job. Poor or rich, it doesn't matter how much money they have. It's about how much talent they lack, and they expect me to be able to get them into the writer's room. It's like, do you know what I had to do to get in the writer's room?
Have you ever been asked to get someone a job who is a talented writer?
Yeah, and that's less annoying, but still annoying because it's like, why do I want someone who's talented taking my place?
I mean, I feel like the reason I ask this question is because it's something that I go through, like, because I work a lot, and often people have come and ask me favors as well. And so I thought that you being in a similar position where you're like, you're working, but you're not like the upper echelon of stardom or anything like that. You're like a working person in entertainment.
I mean, I have a good job, but I'm not exactly calling the shot. So it's like, I can't just call in favors to get people in the room.
Yeah, it's just a disconnect, I think, where people sometimes will be like, oh, they see you doing one thing and they think, oh, you got the keys to the city. Why don't you?
Yeah, it's like how people do a late night set and people outside of entertainment assume that now they're rich or millionaires or something. It's like, no, I got $1,200 before taxes.
I don't know if I exactly blame people anyway, because like it really does take like a bunch of like chutzpah, if I can borrow.
What horrible pronunciation, but
from the Jews.
Yeah, maybe you should pay attention to make it a little bit closer.
What did you say, Dave? How was your?
I just said it like you and Al Pacino. Chutzpah.
I'm just doing my best, but it does take a lot of guts to just try that. Like, I mean, and I was never that dude when I started out, but you're right. It can be annoying sometimes. You know what? I'm going to say no bell on that question because you made me feel bad about myself. Okay.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's not about chutzpah. It's about I feel bad about myself because when people ask me for favors that I don't know and then I have to turn them down, it just makes me feel bad. Even though I know it's the right thing to do, I just feel bad.
Can you drive me to the mall?
I gladly would say no, Dave. So I feel happy saying no to you.
That's mean.
No mall for you, Dave. It is time for question number 3. Noah, question number 3. What's it like having a baby during a pandemic?
It's actually been great. It's
really?
Yeah, surprisingly. I mean, if the world was normal, I don't even know that my kid would know my face right now. I'd be going to work by day and doing shows at night, but instead I've actually gotten to develop a relationship with my son. So that's been nice. And it's also been an excuse to not have to do much outside of parenting. So
I think that actually is one of the best descriptions of kids during the pandemic that I've heard.
Yeah, I think it would be far worse to have a kid like a young school age child. Like I have a baby, so he's not moving around a lot. I get to watch him grow and do all these sweet, fun things. I think like my sister has a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I think that would be a nightmare. Having
So your kid was automatically good at social distancing and washing his hands and wearing masks and stuff.
That's the thing is, I don't think my kid knows what full faces look like. Like pretty much everyone he's ever met outside of me and my wife is either on an iPhone or wearing a mask.
Hey, one of the cool things, if the pandemic takes a turn and we go to zombie apocalypse from now on, your kid will be one of those kids who's been like, this is the world I grew up in.
Yeah, it's totally normal. Zombies, cool, bro.
He'll be like, super zombie fighting kid. So good luck with that. Anyway, it was a great answer. I'm going to give you a bell on that question.
Nice.
There you go, Noah. All right, it is time for question number 4. Question number 4, how can I be a better person?
This is a tough question.
I think people are creatures of habit. I think the work is done. You are who you are. I don't know that you can be a better person.
So true.
I just shouldn't try.
You're just going to get worse.
Well, what I can tell you is this: if you're gonna be a better person, it's not gonna be because of an answer I gave you. That feels like self-work that you need to do.
Yeah, give him some good life-changing advice.
Oh, maybe
life-changing advice is stop reaching out to other people asking how you can improve and figure out on your own how you
can. And drive me to the mall.
There you go. See, I was actually going to come down on you because I was like, actually, you're saying that if you think that your advice can't change someone else, maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit. You never know that you could possibly say something that could change someone else's life. I feel like the last part of your answer though, which is to stop asking outside, and then you threw it back on me. I thought that was a very good answer, but it makes me combative. So no bell on that question.
So basically, I don't get the bell if I make you feel bad about yourself.
No, that's not always true.
Sometimes that I'm not getting the bell for is when I turn it back on you.
I think if you trigger some kind of fighting mechanism in his brain, then the bell doesn't come out and he's going to talk about bar fights.
I have given the bell. I have given the bell to people who have made me feel very, very bad on the show. they've definitely gotten the bell. In fact, it is time actually for your very next question, number 5. Question number 5, Noah. What's the closest you've been to killing someone?
Wow.
Not that the FBI is listening or anything.
That's a really interesting question.
For me, it would happen in Los Angeles, where I was driving and a homeless guy ran out in front of the road and it was raining at night, and I almost killed him.
Okay. So you're talking about like unintentional, not a temper tantrum where you feel like you could commit murder, but just
it could be either. I'm just saying that was a time, but I will always remember that time because it was so close to killing this guy, and that stuck with me. It doesn't have to be an accident.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go the other direction where like you felt like you could have killed someone.
That's fine.
I am a very passionate Denver Nuggets fan, and I am also a very superstitious sports fan. And last year during Game 7 of the Nuggets first round series, I had this guy who's not even a Nuggets fan texting me about how the game was in the bag when there was like 3 minutes left, and I wanted to kill him because I felt like he jinxed it and my team was going to lose because of that.
And you that made you angry enough to like want to kill him?
In the moment, yeah. I mean, in the moment, if he was like watching the game with me in my home and saying that to my face, I don't know that I wouldn't have attacked.
No, I'm just hearing this story for the first time, and I 100% agree. It was that guy's fault, and number 1, and number 2, you should have killed him. You should have killed him.
Wow.
It's right up there. I also love to play craps, and it's like if you're finally at a table that's got a hot roll going, and then someone random walks up to the table and kills the mojo, or one of your friends.
Put him in the bedroom.
Like,
Put him in the
how you
bedroom.
doing? You're making money, and then it's like automatically crap out next roll when someone fucks up the mojo.
The funny thing is, like, I do not get like that at all. I don't think I get like that about actually anything.
Well, first of all, you don't even watch sports. You don't even know which. You probably never heard of the Chicago Bulls or the Denver Nuggets or any of them.
These are all names I have for you in my head, Dave. These are all things I call you all the time.
That's so
but I don't know a lot about sports.
You're my Denver Nugget.
Dave, please, just a second.
Sorry.
Sounds like you want to kill Dave.
See?
I always want to kill Dave.
You want to kill me?
Yeah, always. Dave, that's our thing.
You want to kill me?
Yes. All right. Anyway, I'm just saying that I can't. I have brothers who get mad about stuff like that. Like they'll get mad about different things like that. It's just that
sports. You mean sports? Different things like sports?
Yes, different things like sports. the thing that dudes do to prove that they're herd animals. That's fine. That's totally fine. But I'm going to say no bell on that. I'll tell you why. Because I'm absolutely uninterested in sports, and so it's hard for me to have empathy for you.
Have you ever heard of the Los Angeles Lakers? Be honest.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the Los Angeles Clippers?
I have what? What about Fran Lebowitz?
Fran Lebowitz, completely uninterested in sports. I'm watching her new show on Netflix right now, and last night's episode was all about how she absolutely hates sports. So
I also like Fran Lebowitz, and I'm also watching that show. And
all right, so give me the bell.
She's good company.
Give him the bell.
But that wasn't the question. But I mean, I'm
Give him the
happy.
bell for watching the show.
You know what? Nobody's ever
call an audible. Change the rules.
I don't think anybody's ever gotten
switch it up for once.
Nobody's ever gotten the bell on my show by begging for it. Okay. All right. This is time for question number 6. This is your last question of the show, Noah. Question number 6. What's your favorite cartoon?
Simpsons. I mean, I feel like that's the go-to. Like that's my favorite cartoon in terms of enjoyment would be The Simpsons, but the Jetsons growing up was something that really blew my mind and made me interested in outer space and futuristic ideas. So that was kind of cool too.
You ever want to shower on a conveyor belt?
Yeah, like I feel like the Jetsons might have been responsible for lighting the fire that led to psychedelic use later in life.
The Jetsons is pretty cool. It actually has one of my favorite songs from a cartoon, which is Eep Op Ork Uh-uh.
Oh, that's
I don't know if
song.
you're not. It doesn't look like you're as deep into the Jetsons as I am. But the look
I
on
know
your
every
face.
word of that song.
You do?
No, I just want to.
Oh, that'd be amazing! I would have been so happy.
That's up there.
Of course, I know every word to Eep Op or Who doesn't?
Sure. If you can give me one line of it other than Eep Op Ork then I will give you the bell.
Eep, or ting, tang, walla, walla, bing.
Wow. Okay. No bell.
That song is up there with the Tom and Jerry song Crambone, when Jerry's uncle comes, the mouse who plays the guitar, and he keeps pulling the whiskers.
I just want to say you will never, ever on my show get the bell for trying to fake your way through eep, op, ork, I swear.
Well, now I don't care about the bell. I just want to know the second line. I'm calling your bluff. You're asking me. Why don't
it's not Walla Walla Bing Bang.
I'm so sorry
Bing
that
dong.
you asked for this. Eep, op, ork, that means I love you. Come fly with me, up high with me. Come fly with me. Eep, op, ork means I love you.
All right.
Yeah, that's just the chorus. I could sing the verses. I won't do that to you. But thank you so much for answering all 6 of your questions. It's time to decide whether or not you get $5. But before we do that, can you tell people out there where they can find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Noah G Comedy. That's the only social that I'm on.
All right. Noah G Comedy on Instagram. Please check it out. Everybody will be tagging you, which is a thing that, we can do. All right. So it's time to decide whether or not you get $5. What we usually do is canvass the room. What do you think, Dave? Should Noah get $5?
I think he fought valiantly. I know you tried to defy him at every chance you got. So just for his effort, I'm going to say that, yes, I think he is worthy of the $5 prize that we offer on our show for your ambiguous bells that you give.
Okay, great. Obviously, a lot of opinions came out. Pam, what do you think? Should Noah get $5?
Well, the qualification for getting $5 is if you believe he deserves it, correct?
That is true.
That's a good question, Pam.
I don't think you believe he deserves it.
Oh, wow.
So you don't think that I believe he deserves it, but
you're
not
looking
telling
through
me
Victor's mind.
But you're not telling me whether or not you think he should get $5.
Exactly. I'm not giving
Through
you
the
my
looking
opinion. I'm
glass.
giving you what I think your opinion is based on what I observed.
So you're just not going to participate in my question? Is this like the end to No Country for Old Men? Is that what's going on right now?
I don't know.
You've never seen that film?
I didn't think you would. That's fine.
Sounds
All right,
to me like she doesn't want to own up to being unentertained by my answers.
Noah's ego is killing him.
Whoa.
His little boy inside is just kicking and screaming. Well, let's ask our producer, Rachel. What do you think, Rachel? Should we give Noah $5?
I'm actually going to say no because yeah, I'm going to say no because you were lying about knowing that Jetsons song, and I could tell you were lying and you did not pull that off well, and I cringed.
Rachel, you're my people.
It was sarcasm, not lying, just to be clear. I was never actually trying to make anyone believe I knew it.
You knew most of it.
You know what? I feel solidified in my answer.
Wow.
I was interested about those things you were talking about, Ashkenazi Jews, because Rachel and I were just talking previously, I need to figure out which tribe I'm from. And now I don't think it's Ashkenazi, because maybe it's because I'm a mixed breed, but I don't have gut problems.
You don't?
No.
Well, not.
Wow.
I can say with 95% confidence using my eyes that you're Ashkenazi. I might be wrong, but you very much read Ashkenazi on the screen.
Eastern Euros.
Yeah,
that's what we are.
All right. Well, looks like we've determined your DNA for you, Pam.
Great.
Thank you for your answer, Rachel. So we'll see you later. All right.
Later, Rachel.
We've heard from everybody else. What do you think, Noah? Should you get $5?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you know what? I disagree with you. I'm giving you $5.
Oh, that's how you do it? You trick them.
$5.
You trick them just like that.
Whatever, you won. Okay, you win this time. You win.
Yeah, trick them just like that.
We just got to wrap up the show, shall we? So, Dave, what did you learn from this week's show?
Oh, an encyclopedia worth of information, actually. It's so much that I need some time to process all this information so I can actually put it together and regurgitate it as something more special, just like our show.
This has been a great answer. Thanks, Dave. All right. I'd just like to remind everybody that you can find us at unseemlyquestions.com and at Six Unseemly on all social media. And if not this episode, very soon on Starburns Network.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.